Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome in to Hines Ward Field at historic Terrace Stadium in Jonesboro, Georgia, the site of our UPSL Georgia Premier Division match today between the Atlanta Rovers and UMAFC. I'm Jason Longshore. Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group on the production. Rovers come in 2-0 this season. 2-0 win over Vio Tinto in the opener. 3-1 win at the Atlanta United Academy last time out. UMA comes in 0-3 on the year. Losses to Dalton United and Potros in the last 2 weeks. Last night around the league, 2-2 draw between FC Birmingham and Atlanta United Academy. 6-2 win for SSL FC last night versus Vino Tinto Atlanta. We'll get into the table as we go today. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for UMA. They'll be in the 4-4-2. Ethan Jew in goal. Backline, William Selby, DJ Shin, Joel Heyman, and Matt Bolding. Midfield, Trip Holstrom, Sungjoon Park, Cone Park, and Caleb Robinson. And two up top, Brody Worrell and Timaj Lester. UMA is coached by Andrew Hawoon Joe. For the Atlanta Rovers, they'll be in the 4-3-3. Jorge Valdivinos is your goalkeeper. Backline left to right. Jay White, Rob Kaitan, Rennie Mateos, Goku Perez. Midfield trio anchored by Spencer Van Buskirk, Gregorio Rocamora, and Reyes Hernandez. And three up front, Tristan Benjamin and David Michelson are the wingers. and longtime goal scorer in UPSL Georgia, Kenny James, leading the line for the Rovers. The Rovers are in the deep blue and black kits, moving from right to left on your screen. UMA in the red and blue. They'll be moving from left to right. Wind picking up just a little bit, as you can hear on the mics. The referee's ready to go, and let's kick it for 45 minutes from Jonesboro. UPSL Georgia Premier Division. The Atlanta Rovers trying to stay unbeaten. UMA looking for their first win of the season. Rovers in possession on the back line right now. Rob Kaitan swings it over to Renny Mateos. Araujo Perez on the right side. Back to Mateos. Rovers trying to draw UMA out, keeping possession in their own half. Kaitan through the middle into Rockamora. Mateos. Spencer Van Buskirk. Got that big switch. Finds White. First time ball inside. Tristan Benjamin through the middle, but UMA closes that one down well. Thought about the quick break. They pull it up. Bolding up the flank. Caleb Robinson boxed in, taken away by Jay White. Former UAB Blazer knocks it back to Rockamora, and it's all the way back to Kaitan to reset. His long diagonal is intercepted. Opportunity here for UMA to get into the attacking half. Drop back to Sungjoon Park. Over to Bolding. First pass knocked down by Benjamin. Drop back to Heyman. Intercepted by Kaitan. Rovers up the left side. Benjamin forward. Opportunity here for Rovers with the left-footed cross. Gets all the way through. Was looking for David Michelson on the backside. Going to be a throw for UMA in the corner. Thrown in top of their own 18. Drop back. UMA fearless playing through the pressure of Rovers. They're able to play it long. UMA trying to find space through the middle. Great dribbling run, but the pass slightly overhit. Asking a lot of Caleb Robinson there. Good work by Brody Worrell to get into the attacking half. UMA just trying to find those combinations. The goals have started to come for UMA. The last couple of games, they've scored a couple of goals in each of them. We'll see if defensively they can hold up against this talented Rovers side. Foul in the middle third. It's going to be a free kick for Rovers. Mateos plays it short to Van Buskirk. Far side, going to be a throw for UMA. Fourth minute of action, no score as of yet. Rovers force the turnover, trying to play through the middle. Kenny James has some help. Reyes Hernandez back to the right side. Rockamora out wide to Michelson. Back to Van Buskirk. UMA knocks that out. Going to be a throw for Rovers. Far side throw, Goku Araujo Perez. Swung over to Kaitan. Jay White. Looking for the ball over the top, overhit. Takes a big bounce, but no worries there for Ethan Jew in goal for UMA. Jew rolls it out short to Heyman. Over to DJ Shen. Shen up the left side. UMA starting to find those combinations. It's back to Shen. Drop back to Ethan Jew. Heeman. Into the middle to Sungjoon Park. Swung over to Shin. UMA trying to find the space now on the left. Great patience there in the build-up. Nearly a spectacular effort through the middle. They were able to find the opening that they wanted up top. Timaj Lester tried to flick that into space for himself. Rovers deal with it this time. Their possession play down the left gets away from them. Going to be a throw for UMA. Bolding into the middle. Sungjoon Park looking for the big switch, but the flag is up. It's not the widest field here at Terra Stadium, but there is space because of the length. I think we've seen both teams already trying to find some of those open spaces. Timing will be very important today. Van Buskirk over to the right. Knocked back to Spencer Van Buskirk. He switches it to Jay White on the left. It's back to Rockamora. Center circle, Van Buskirk. Arujo Perez. Cuts inside. Runs into too many defenders for UMA. They look to go long. Good recovery there from Mateos. He gets the touch. Under pressure now. Worrell chasing, but Renny Mateos is able to spin away to the right. Rovers in the middle third. Rockamora. Down the left side. Bends that into space. Good ball from Rockamora. Benjamin couldn't get to it first. Bolding won the foot race. Going to be a throw for Rovers. We'll see Jay White jog up to take it. And as you can gather from the way Rovers are approaching this, White has the ability to throw this into the 18. Goes short instead. Not enough room to keep that one in under pressure. Going to be a goal kick for UMA. Ju plays it short. Shin. Up to Sungjoon Park. Over to Joel Heyman. His pass intercepted. Opportunity here for Rovers. Shot wide of the far post. Reyes Hernandez pounced on that one. Took the chance from around the top of the 18. Ju stepped out to put some pressure on, and Hernandez pulled that shot wide as we take another look. The turnover as Hernandez just kind of dropped into that zone. Took that shot from about 25. Hernandez might have had more space to dribble forward. First chance of the game goes the way of Rovers. UMA trying to get direct. Rovers will commit numbers forward. So that long ball can be on for UMA. Rockamora. Back to Kaitan, over to Van Buskirk. Swinging it to the right side to Mateos. Long diagonal from Mateos. Rockamora able to run it down, but can't keep that in. Long run for Gregorio Rockamora. It's going to be a deep throw here for UMA. Player down on the near side behind the play. It's a Rovers player right in front of their bench. He was able to roll off the pitch. It looks like Rovers will go to the bench here early. Sebastian Montero getting ready to come in. In the 10th minute, crossing over into the 11th. No score as of yet. Final touches for Montero as he gets ready to enter the match. So first sub of the day, Rovers. It's Sebastian Montero into the game, the number 8. You can see on the bottom of the screen some of the scores from this match week in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. UMA back in play, over on the left now. Overran that initially, back to the goalkeeper, Ju. Heyman. Through the middle, Jay White with the header. Headed back right where it came from. Opportunity here for Leicester. Bodied off of it by Van Buskirk. Cohen Park comes away with it. Sungjun Park over to the left. Trip Holstrom coming back from an offside position. Going to be a free kick, Rovers. Van Buskirk got wide to the right. Rovers building through the middle third. Through ball attempt intercepted by Sungjun Park. Tries to release Leicester down the left side. Good pressure from Leicester. Doesn't win it, but has Rene Mateos in a tight spot. Great ball from Mateos up the line. Rovers are able to play their way out of trouble. Now they have numbers getting forward. Into the middle third, over to the left, it's Rockamora. Overlapping run from White. Up the line, Tristan Benjamin. Bolding able to shield him off. Nice defensive play from Matt Bolding for UMA. Rovers were able to get from one corner to the opposite corner pretty quickly, but Bolding cleaned it up for UMA. Joel Heyman under some pressure from McKinney, James. DJ Shin dribbling out of his own 18. Shin looking for the long ball down the middle. Leicester tries to flick it on. Worrell chasing, but Mateos is able to find his goalkeeper, Valdivinos. Gaitan back to Valdivinos. Van Buskirk really sets the tone for this midfield of Rovers. So comfortable on the ball as he spins to the right and opens things up to that side. Montero under some pressure. Back to Mateos. His pass intercepted. Opportunity here for UMA. Good ball to the top of the 18. Shot over the bar. Leicester couldn't get that one under control, but UMA with a little bit of a dangerous opportunity in the 14th minute. Let's take another look at that interception. Well read by Holstrom. Gave Leicester an opportunity from the top of the 18, but it looked like he lost his footing just a bit as he planted. Put that one high and wide, but each team has had a pretty decent look at goal here in the first 14 minutes. Jay White down the left. Heyman steps in front, clears. Worrell, good ball back to Cohen Park. Cohen Park swings it over to the left. Advantage played. UMA. Trip Holstrom. Good move to the left. Takes it to the end line, but runs out of real estate. Going to be a goal kick. Advantage was played in the middle there as UMA was able to swing it over to the left side to Trip Holstrom. Beat one on the dribble, but couldn't find the angle for the cross or the shot. Two good sequences for UMA in the last minute. Back underway, Montero. Back to Van Buskirk. Under pressure, able to find White. Back heel attempt, knocked down. White still battling. UMA coming away with it momentarily. Van Buskirk is there to clean it up for Rovers. He dribbles up the left. Through ball trying to hit Tristan Benjamin. Jew is there to clear. White gathers it back in the middle third. Long diagonal, finds James in the middle. Akinyi James cuts back to his left. Wants to load up that left foot, lays it off to Benjamin instead. Rovers into the 18. Drop back. Quick shot, not connected by Montero. Going to be a goal kick. Seeing the flashes from Akinyi James, just couldn't get the separation as we take another look at how this one developed. The cutback from Benjamin found Montero, but that pressure at the top of the 18 prevented Montero from getting a good look at goal. The first half substitute Sebastian Montero replacing Reyes Hernandez. He's been very involved straight away. Still looking for the opener in the 17th minute. Shin. Back across to Joel Heyman. Floats this one into the middle. Lester able to chest it down. Pops it over the top, but Mateus clears. Brought down by Sungjun Park. Looking for the through ball. Finds the through ball into the 18. Holstrom wants to cut back, but just can't pull that off. Rovers in their own 18. Can try to play their way out of pressure. They end up giving it away. It's going to be a throw on the far side by UMA. The verticality of UMA causing Rovers some problems. Thrown into Sungjun Park. Long range shot blocked down by Rockamora. Worrell tried the flick to Holstrom, didn't connect, but UMA will have another throw. Really good sequence of 3-4 minutes here for UMA as they've got Rovers on their heels. Holstrom tries to turn that to Worrell, can't. Played into the middle. Lester, good touch in the 18. Lester loses his footing. No contact there. Was maybe hoping that there might be a little bit of it. I don't think he was looking for the foul, but as he lost his footing, I think he was hoping that he might fall his way into a foul. Lester stays down momentarily. It was a good touch from him at the top of the 18 to get into a dangerous spot. But it looked like he lost his footing as he turned. Couldn't regain his balance. It goes out for a throw. UMA will take this about 10 yards off the end line. This might end up in the 18. It will. Headed away by White. James turns. Great turn from Akinyi James. Looking for some help. Finds it, but that's intercepted by DJ Shin. Cohen Park. Worrell. Big switch. It's a little bit behind Caleb Robinson, but he can't keep that. Thought Robinson might be able to spin back on it, but Jay White there to put some pressure on that situation. Throw Rovers. Rockamora. Valdivinos. Mateus. Back to Valdivinos. Rovers slowing things down after UMA built up some momentum. Kaitan. Plays that through the middle. Not on the same page. Picked off. Robinson. Bolding. Heeman's going to let that ride to Jew. Over to Shin. Long down the left on, flag is up. Thought Brody Worrell had timed that one. Rovers will be aggressive with the high line. They've caught UMA offside a couple of times here in the first half. We're 20 minutes in. It's been a very even match between the Atlanta Rovers and UMA FC. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Atlantic Soccer Media Group's YouTube page. UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Early season play here in the fall. Jay White up the left side for Rovers. It's back to White. Good ball inside. Montero lets it ride. James, 30 yards from goal. His pass out wide to the right, intercepted. Selby trying to turn the corner. Contact, no foul. Rovers. Van Buskirk. Jay White. Back inside to Van Buskirk. Big switch. Araujo Perez. Montero. Rockamora, 25 yards from goal. Slips a pass in. Flag is up. Tristan Benjamin started his run a little too early. Nice possession there from Rovers. Final ball. Not quite on time to Benjamin as we take another look. Rockamora thought he had that angle. Benjamin wanted the pass maybe a step earlier. It's early in the season. Chemistry is something that does take a little bit of time, and those are the sequences where it really comes to the fore. Benjamin is the one who is called for being in an offside position, but he'll tell you that the pass is made a step earlier, that he's onside when he receives it. Timing, it's everything. Joel Heeman. Thought about going long, nothing there, so he plays it back to Ethan Jew. DJ Shin. Heeman. Big switch, it's a good one. Selby. Worrell. Back to Shin. UMA clearing their defensive third, though. Great turn. Overhit pass. Flag is up anyway. That's the high line from Rovers. I believe Valdovinos had it handled either way. But the ball just a step early is Trip Holstrom. Couldn't ride that line to stay onside. Just past the midway point of the first half. No score. Rovers in possession. Over the top from Van Buskirk. Benjamin. Sliding challenge, perfectly timed. Bolding was able to save that one for UMA, but does have to concede the corner. Rockamora is there. Looks like he will take it, but he does have the short option. Benjamin. Have to give the 10 yards, and it's about a step back. Played in, deflected, headed away. Couldn't get that header on frame. Take another look. Sounded like it took a deflection right off of the corner. Go back to the long ball first from Van Buskirk to Benjamin. We'll take a look at this defensive play from Bolding. Foot race was pretty even. Bolding was able to slide in and time it. Rovers from the corner as we get back to that replay. Rockamora, looks like it deflected a little off the first man. Out for a goal kick. Big switch, that's going to be picked off. Opportunity here for Rovers if they can find it. Rockamora passes inside. Good step and cleared. On the dribble, here comes UMA with an opportunity. Robinson, it's taken away from him by Van Buskirk. Game picking up. Benjamin cuts inside. James lets it ride. Nobody home, though. Selby clears. Mateos heads it down. Araujo Perez. Selby comes away with that. Down the left side looking for Worrell, but he was in an offside position, so he half-heartedly jogged towards that one. Going to be a throw. Rovers will get into the proper position for the throw here. Drop back to Mateos. Kaitan, Rockamora. Van Buskirk spins, swings it over to the right. Rennie Mateos floats this one through the middle, but DJ Shin is there to deal with it for UMA. Ethan Ju. Headed inside, a nice header. Caleb Robinson. It's Rovers who come away with it, though. Araujo Perez. Mateos through the middle, intercepted by Sungjoon Park. Back to Ju. Heeman, back to the goalkeeper. Ju under pressure. Over to Shin, up the line to Selby. Selby passes inside, doesn't find Worrell. Opportunity here for Rovers. Cut back by Rockamora. Over to the right side. Opportunity here for Rovers in the 18, but that's taken away by Selby. He gives it away top of his own 18. Rockamora resets. Araujo Perez dribbles past one into the 18. Quick shot blocked. UMA want to clear their lines here. Selby drops it back to Shin. Shin going to dribble through the first line of pressure. Back out wide. Worrell, big switch. It's a dangerous one, and it's intercepted by Benjamin. Tries to lay it off. It's cleared. Scrambled away by UMA. Rockamora heads it down. Robinson comes away with it. Lester able to get between Kaitan and the ball. Lester has the switch if he can find it. Shot is blocked. Rovers have to concede the deep throw. After a sequence where it looked like Rovers were going to get the big opportunity, it's UMA who get into the attacking third. Lester was going for the shot inside the 18. It was blocked by Kaitan. It's going to be a throw for UMA, Matt Bolding. Can't connect. Trip Holstrom had come over to the right side. Valdivinos. Araujo Perez. Big diagonal. Two options here. It's James who comes down with it. Kenny James riding off the first challenge. Over to the right side. UMA there to defend. DJ Shin tries to draw the contact, but shields that out and earns the throw. David Michelson applying the pressure. Throw for William Selby. Holstrom can't keep it. James knocks it back. Passed inside, intercepted. Good read from DJ Shin. Shin's been impressive at center back for UMA. Ju, Shin. Sungjoon Park, back to Ju. Over to Heeman. Heeman up the right side, trying to curl this one in for Robinson and or Lester. Pushing the back from Timaj Lester. Maybe a little frustration there as Jay White took up a really good defensive position. Keep an eye on that one as we go. Free kick Rovers in the 30th. Kaitan. Valdivinos. Mateos up the right side. Araujo Perez. Michelson has to go backwards to find the space, but he curls around on the dribble. Rockamora headed away. DJ Shin with another big play defensively. Pass blocked to Kenny James with an opportunity. Driving forward down the right side. Shin trying to keep him out wide. James cuts it back, left foot, cross cleared. Joel Heyman with the clearance. Van Buskirk settles it back to White. Spencer Van Buskirk cuts that one back, keeps possession for Rovers. Passes through the middle. James, first time ball, sent back in his direction. Bolding clears. But a foul's called for the hold. Going to be a dangerous free kick here for Rovers. Rovers had the opportunity for the 1-2 as we go back to look at it. Van Buskirk stepped forward. Found James. James tried to get back to that second ball, and you could see the grab. So this sets up a very dangerous free kick for Rovers in the 32nd minute. Araujo Perez, Rockamora, Mateus, all in the vicinity. Van Buskirk is lurking as well. Looks like it's going to be Gregorio Rockamora. That's Araujo Perez who puts it over the bar. The diversion fooled me, but the shot not on target. Goku Araujo Perez on the whistle. It looks like it's going to be Rockamora the whole way. And he steps up quickly to take it. Doesn't keep that shot down. Jew off the goal kick. Gets it back from Heeman. Shin up against his own end line. Across the face of goal. Heeman able to find Bolding out wide. Into the center circle, just over the head of Holstrom. Battle on the far side. Holstrom and Worrell trying to keep Rovers boxed in. Couldn't do it. Michelson dribbles past one. Squares it inside. Rockamora lays it off. Benjamin. Flag is up. Doesn't matter as Benjamin puts that shot wide. Lots of early season kind of sequences as we take another look. Build-up is very good. Rockamora lays it off to Benjamin, who was in that offside position. The AR's flag on the far side went up. See the standings scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Some teams have played their 4th games this weekend. Free kick from Ethan Jew. Headed away by Tristan Benjamin. Selby heads it down. Rockamora swings it back. Jay White steps in front. Sloppy here in the middle third. Montero able to get some control of it. Rockamora drifts out wide to the left. Draws 2 defenders, drops it back to Van Buskirk. Inside to White, flicked forward to Rockamora. Rides off the first challenge from Cone Park. Rockamora, Kenny James, tries to find Rockamora on the through ball. Little overhit there from James, but Rovers starting to create some spaces. 35th minute, no breakthrough yet. Shin forward, intercepted. Here comes Rovers once again. Rockamora to his left. Drops back to White. Van Buskirk. Over to Rockamora. Rockamora going to dribble. Corner of the 18. Takes it to his left. Sliding challenge from Bolding. Second big tackle from Matt Bolding. Going to be a throw here for Rovers. White will take. Rockamora dribbling into the 18 and Bolding with another perfectly timed tackle. It's going to be a substitution here for UMA. Clayton Encinas into the match. William Selby leaving the match. Late in the first half, into the 36th minute. Long throw incoming from White. Headed away. Bolding with another nice defensive play. UMA with a great opportunity to break. It's a wonderful ball from Cone Park. Sungjun Park down the right side. Caleb Robinson cuts the cross back to the back post. The sliding attempt on the far side. Encinas almost gets his first touch to put it in the back of the net. The counter from UMA was perfect up to this point. Robinson cuts that across. It took a deflection. That's what takes it away from Clayton Encinas' boots. So it's a UMA throw in the attacking third. Thrown into the 18. Loose touch. Leicester couldn't control it. Rovers trying to break out. James seals off the defender. Here comes a Kenny James down the right. He's got the switch if he can find it. He might not need it. A Kenny James with the left-footed shot off the post. A Kenny James had options, said, I've got this myself. The curling left-footed shot from the top of the 18 goes off the post. What a run from James. Benjamin couldn't control the rebound, and it's out for the goal kick. Back and forth action here in the first half. No score between UMA and Rovers. Ethan Jew will send players forward. Goal kicks along down the middle. Flicked on. White brings it down. Able to find an option forward. Rockamora draws a foul. Not much in that. Cone Park, not a fan of the call. Rockamora gets it back off the free kick. Kaitan. Mateos. Montero. Pass intercepted. Another well-read defensive play from DJ Shin. Good run here. Valdivinos gets to it at the same time as the attacker. And then Valdivinos has to use his foot skills to get out of trouble. He does. Rockamora battling for it. Trip Holstrom's come inside, and that was a great ball forward from UMA. But Valdivinos, by about an inch, got there in time. Mateos. Gaitan. Rockamora trying to get on the ball more, the number 10 for Rovers. Van Buskirk, what a turn, draws the foul. It's a heavy challenge. Van Buskirk goes down on the hip check. This is a look at the opportunity for UMA. That through ball, and Valdivinos got just enough of it. Bolding clears for UMA. It's going to be a throw for Rovers. Almost into the 40th minute. Both teams have had chances. Feels like the quality of said chances is picking up as we go. Player down for UMA back at midfield. As the temperature heats up a little bit this afternoon, both teams will probably be happy for this impromptu hydration break. It is right before the half. There's about 5.5 minutes to play. Both managers there to try to help the injured player. I believe that might have been on the foul that Van Buskirk suffered. It's a pretty heavy collision, and it might have resulted in something like a Charlie horse on the right leg. That's what is being checked. It's Cohen Park. Yeah, I think he was the one who was involved in that challenge. Can't put any weight on the right leg. Great to see the assistance from the opponents here, helping Cohen Park off. So UMA going to have to make another first half substitution. It's going to be a throw for Rovers. UMA not going to make that substitution just yet. Cohen Park still getting checked out. Jay White will take the throw for Rovers in the attacking third. White has the range to launch this into the 18. He's also got Van Buskirk short. That's recognized by UMA, and they step out to press. Van Buskirk into the middle. Michelson dials that one up a little too much. 42nd minute, going to be a goal kick for UMA. They're playing short-handed at the moment. 11 v 10 here. Cohen Park was injured, and he's being checked out. It is late in the half. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. I wonder if they want to try to get to halftime and better assess. Doesn't look like they're going to make a substitution. Van Buskirk goes up, powerful header forward. Passes behind Benjamin. UMA able to find Robinson. Lester hits the switch. Finds Encinas, drops it back. Worrell cuts to the right foot. Shot from Worrell over the bar. UMA with 10, getting into the attacking half well in that sequence. Lester with the cross. Encinas dropped it back to Worrell. Wanted to get to that right foot all along. Couldn't put the shot on frame. Two minutes of regulation time in the first half. UMA playing with 10 at the moment. Up the right side to Michelson. Runs into traffic. Goes through the traffic. In going through the traffic, he commits the foul. Encinas was bundled over. UMA wanted to play that free kick quickly. Not sure if the referee was ready for that to be played quickly. Rovers were also trying to prevent it from being played quickly. So we'll try all that again. DJ Shin. Shin, top of the 18. It's headed back. Bolding. Dribbling across. Bolding with the left-footed shot wide. Did not miss by much. The right back, Matt Bolding, cutting across parallel to goal. Rifles this one in with the left foot. You can see the reaction from Valdivinos. He was hoping that one was going wide because he was caught flat-footed. Goal kick played short. Renny Mateus. Araujo Perez. Mateus. Seconds remaining in first half regulation. White. Benjamin. Rockamora. Through the middle, looking for James. It's cleared away by Shin. Only as far as Michelson. Has the overlapping run. Araujo Perez can't get to it. Brody Worrell got there first. Throw Rovers. Into stoppage time now. There will be a little bit of it played. There were a couple of substitutions, also some injuries. White brings it down on the switch. Inside, gets it back. Backheel attempt, knocked away. Holstrom and White battling. It's White who comes away with it. Late slide from Lester. Advantage played. The cross. Two players come together. There's nothing in it. That's going to be a throw for UMA. UMA have played the last 4+ minutes with 10. Cohen Park has not been substituted yet. Rovers maybe with one more opportunity. Benjamin out wide to Van Buskirk, tackled away by Robinson. Jay White. Rockamora. Araujo Perez, right-footed shot. Takes the deflection. It's wide, but it's going to be a corner. Probably the last action of the first half as we're into the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Goku Araujo Perez said, hey, time's running short. I'm going to try to make something happen here from 35. Deflection could have went anywhere. Earns a corner. Rockamora receives it, gives it back to Montero. Left-footed curler over the bar. Goal kick UMA, and they will try to take every second of the stoppage time that's left. Go back to that opportunity off of the corner. The little 1-2 looping around, and the left-footed shot not on target. Still time to be played here. UMA in their own 18. Ethan Jew. Robinson heads it on. Lester might make something of this. Gets to it. Cuts back inside of White. White gets a touch. Caleb Robinson with the shot. Blocked by Kaitan. Brought down. Tackled away. Van Buskirk. We had 2 minutes indicated of first half stoppage time. We're well past that now. Deflected away as DJ Shin had stepped up to midfield. It's going to be a throw for Rovers. Drop back to Van Buskirk. Montero. Benjamin. Mateus. Not sure when we're going to get the first half whistle. Araujo Perez intercepted. Holstrom back inside, and there is the whistle for the end of the first half. Entertaining one here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. No score yet between Atlanta Rovers and UMA FC. Stay with us. Second half action coming up on the ASMG YouTube channel. We'll be back right after this.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome back to Jonesboro, Georgia. Hines Ward Field at Historic Terrace Stadium is the location. Atlanta Rovers and UMAFC scoreless after 45. UMA had to make a halftime substitution. Cohen Park unable to continue, and Will Reed, number 22, has replaced him. Both teams with lots of opportunities in the first half. Looks like Rovers might make a halftime substitution as well. I think the substitution card is being filled out, and Marcos Alebach will be coming into the match. The number 32 for Rovers. He's going to replace David Michelson. Rovers in the deep blue with black shorts and black socks. They'll be moving from left to right on your screens here in the second 45. UMA in the red and blue will be moving from right to left. Let's kick it for 45 more minutes from Clayton County. UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Rovers undefeated so far this season. UMA looking for their first win of the season. Bolding up the right side, earns a throw for UMA. Two strong defensive performances on the back line for UMA. Bolding at right back and DJ Shin at center back. Thrown in short, back to Bolding under immediate pressure. He's able to find the outlet in Sungjoon Park. Diagonally into the middle. Opportunity here for UMA. Reed, the substitute. Big save. Valdovinos. First touch of the game for Will Reed. And he forces a diving save out of Jorge Valdovinos. The long diagonal through the middle, runs all the way through to Reed. Tries to go to the near side. Valdovinos able to dive to his right to make the save. Quick opportunity for UMA. They have a corner now. It's going to be an in-swinger. Sungjoon Park to deliver. Both hands in the air. Park approaches low to the near post. Popped up straight into the air. Flag goes up on the far side. It's going to be another corner. Sungjoon Park just putting that to the near post, hoping someone can get a toe to it to knock it home. Try it again, Sungjoon Park. Top of the sixth, diving header attempt doesn't connect. Caleb Robinson ends up in the goal, but did not connect on the header. Paid the price for it as he gets up holding his shoulder. Take another look at this whipped in ball from Park. Robinson at that back post, diving through. Awkward landing, didn't find the connection. 3 big opportunities for UMA in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Kaitan up the left side. That might get run down. Clearing ball, deflected, stays in play. It's UMA in possession in the attacking half now. Pass intercepted by Benjamin. Gets it back. Benjamin turns, drives into the attacking half. Pass behind James. Intercepted by Shin. His pass behind Holstrom. Rovers will try to reset and get some control here. Valdovinos. Kaitan. Takes a touch to the outside. Lester That's a really tough call. The AR is the closest one to it, and he signaled immediately. Lester tried to go shoulder to shoulder. Might have been a little bit too much in that. Rovers trying to play through traffic. They end up getting through. Montero cuts it back. Back to Van Buskirk. Over to White. Forward to James. Back to White. Down the line to Benjamin. Cutting back inside. Top of the 18. Cleared away. Rovers will restart with a throw. UMA player down after that challenge. It's Caleb Robinson. I think this is a shoe tying exercise. Caught there just a little bit on that dribble. Robinson's going to be okay to continue. Throw in, drop back to Rob Katan. Over to Mateus. Has to take a touch inside of Holstrom. Back to Kaitan. Benjamin, defended by Robinson. Finds Van Buskirk. Back to Kaitan. Van Buskirk loading up that left foot. Looking for James, headed away from him. Heyman got there first. Robinson trying to keep it, just can't do it with two players. Rockamora spins away with it. Drop back to Rob Kaitan. Over to Rennie Mateus. Van Buskirk. White. Rockamora back to White. Chipped in down the left side. Tristan Benjamin. Another huge tackle from Matt Bolding. The third big tackle of the day for Bolding. Stands up Benjamin. Throw Rovers. White will take the throw. Can get this to the penalty spot. Hear that wind whipping around as well. White. Headed away by Shin. Arujo Perez shot blocked. Reed comes away with it for UMA. Up the left side to Holstrom. Holstrom wants to turn the corner on Mateus. Great defending from the captain, Rennie Mateus. Good body control there to stay between the ball and the goal. Kaitan, Van Buskirk. Through the middle, space opening up for Rovers. Rockamora back to Spencer Van Buskirk. Gets caught between two minds. Holstrom intercepts. Holstrom played in. Valdovinos is able to get something on it. Spins back towards his own goal. Battle for it. Foul called. Brody Worrell went in a little too aggressively that time. Go back to the beginning of it. Van Buskirk caught in possession. Valdovinos lunging forward. Rovers go the other way. Kenny James nearly with an opportunity. Ethan Jew has to clear it back to the middle third. Action all over the pitch here at Terra Stadium. Montero down the right side for Rovers. Arujo Perez. Across to White. Back to Rob Kaitan. White. Cuts inside. Pass intercepted. It's another great read from DJ Shin. Worrell knocks it forward to Holstrom. Over to the right, Robinson. Shin carried forward, continuing his run. Through ball. Reed's going to be able to get there, edge of the 18. Drops it back. Trip Holstrom. thought about the shot, plays it inside, and it's intercepted. Alibaksh up the right side. Kenny James doesn't get there. Sungjun Park ran it down. Dribbles forward. Back heel. Back to Sungjun Park. Into the middle, but intercepted by Araujo Perez. Sungjun Park fighting for it. Alibaksh comes away with it. Mateus. Rovers intelligent to just set that one back to Valdovinos. Try to get reorganized. Great start to the second half for UMA in the first 9 minutes. But Rovers have had opportunities to get forward too. Here they go again. Knocked down by Sungjun Park. Montero. Out to the left. Alibaksh. Cuts it back. Inside. Montero. Into the middle. Robinson read it and stepped in front. Over the top. Holstrom. Valdovinos playing that sweeper keeper. Good ball to Mateus. Van Buskirk. Montero. Looking for the switch. Bolding's going to run it down. Try to turn to the outside. He does. Caleb Robinson lets this run. Plays it forward. Timaj Lester. Good first touch. Into the 18. Shot off the post. Follow up. Goal, goal, goal. Timaj Lester and UMA, after a great start to the second half, they find the first goal this afternoon. 1-0 to UMA. Go all the way back to that ball up the line from Caleb Robinson. The first touch from Lester was excellent to turn the corner. Puts it off the post, and Lester did not hesitate. Continued following that up. First one to react to it, puts it home, and UMA with the goal to take the lead. 0-3 on the season, but it's felt like it's been building a bit for UMA with a couple of goals scored in each of the last two. They've been much better defensively today, although they're about to get tested by Rovers. Rovers want to keep their perfect record intact. Rockamora. Big switch. Araujo Perez heads it inside. Encinas tries to get to it. Montero does instead. It's Montero into the 18. Trying to dribble through. Player goes down. No call. It's going to be a corner. Alibaksh went down under some contact. No foul called. Going to be a corner from the near sides. We'll go back to that last sequence. Montero just kept dribbling, kept finding the space, cut in between. Alibaksh came flying through to try to get to it. I think it's a good no call. It's a corner for Rovers. Rockamora is the short option. In-swinger. To the penalty spot, headed away. Holstrom comes back to defend. The Rovers keep it. Rockamora off of Reed. Montero to the end line. Runs out of room. Goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick for Rovers. Goal kick for UMA, sorry, up the left side. Holstrom intercepted by Araujo Gomez. Montero, James to his left, shot blocked. James finds it, cuts it back, cleared. Lester in a foot race with Kaitan. It's going to be Lester who gets to it. He's got runners. Played to the top of the 18. Mateus. Sliding challenge there from Worrell. Mateus did not take kindly to it. Foul called. Yellow card to Brody Worrell. Referee Altanju there immediately. I think Worrell initially, he starts to go in for that thinking he can get to it, and as he's in midair realizes this is a bad idea. He did pull up. Rennie Mateus glared at him, but it's our first yellow card of the day to Brody Worrell. Free kick from Valdivinos. 60th minute, 1-0 UMA. Kaitan. Van Buskirk. White. Knocked down by Robinson. Throw Rovers. Benjamin, White, Van Buskirk, Montero, Rockamora, Benjamin. Or James cuts inside. Kenny James. Montero, one more time. Araujo Perez. Tries to get past, can't. He goes down, no call. UMA. Holstrom taken away from him. Mateus finds a Kenny James. Tackled away by Caleb Robinson. Alibaksh is still down behind the play, as Rovers will have a throw in the middle third. Come back to check. It's actually Araujo Perez who is down. If we take a look at the challenge there, it's a clean tackle. It's a hard landing from Goku Araujo Perez. You can see on the replay, it's a clean tackle, just a strong one. Araujo Perez is down after that hard landing. Another impromptu hydration break here. Temperatures taking this one to close to 80 degrees this afternoon, and on turf it's going to feel warmer. Rovers with a huddle near midfield as they try to regroup. 2-0 winners last time out at Vino Tinto. They defeated the Atlanta United Academy side 3-1 before that. Doesn't get any easier for Rovers next 2 weeks. They'll face KSA and then they will face Dalton United. UMA have upcoming games with FC Birmingham and then SSL FC in 2 weeks. It's UMA leading 1-0. Timaj Lester with the goal. Rovers with the possession. Araujo Perez back on his feet. Forward to Alibaksh. DJ Shen stepping out aggressively out of that back line. Looks like he's actually popped into the midfield right now as Sungchun Park has dropped into that back line, maybe momentarily. Pass forward. Araujo Perez. Reed to defend. Knocked back, Rockamora. Van Buskirk pulls it back to the right. Down the line, great ball from Van Buskirk. Araujo Perez, though, was cutting back. Couldn't get to it. That pass caught him a little by surprise as well. It's a goal kick for UMA. A little bit of a debate about the quality of the ball. Also, possibly a little bit of gamesmanship with the lead. You never know at this stage. Ethan Jew. Through the middle, headed away. Montero, overhead volley, falls to James. James rides off the challenge. Heyman tries to recover. James rides off the second attempt, tries to play Tristan Benjamin in. Can't keep it. Lots of complaints from Rovers, but I believe advantage was played there. Doesn't come back because you don't do anything with the advantage. Rovers have the possession back now. White throws it in. Van Buskirk gives it away. Lester takes it to the right. Has an overlapping run. Robinson trying to get in behind, but a great defensive play from Rob Kaitan. Clearing ball blocked, but it's out for a goal kick. An uncharacteristic giveaway from Van Buskirk. I don't think he saw Lester just lurking back at midfield. Lester hit the overlapping run of Robinson, but the tackle from Kaitan was perfectly timed. Rovers were able to get back on it. Kaitan on the ball now. White. 66th minute. Rovers looking for the equalizer over the top. Alibaksh not going to run that one down. Ethan Jew in the corner of his 18. Rolls it across to DJ Shin. Sometimes the center back, sometimes the midfielder. Passes forward. No call. Holstrom wanted it, didn't get it. Shin intercepts once again. Spins it back. DJ Shin is putting on a performance today. Ethan Jew. Joel Heyman. Up the right side. Headed back out wide, but Jay White intercepts. Robinson deflects. White comes away with it. Foul's called. It's going to be a free kick for Rovers. In the center circle, Montero. Out wide to Tristan Benjamin. Passes back inside to Rocamora. Montero gives it back to him. Arujo Perez makes the run down the right. Checks back. Passed forward. Alibaksh, 20 yards from goal. Back on the left foot. Lays it off. Montero, left-footed shot over the bar. Sebastian Montero with a dangerous attempt there with the left foot. But just over the bar. Take another look at this sequence. It started with Alibaksh. Laid it off to Montero. Good first touch to set himself up with the left foot. Didn't miss by much. Ethan Jew will take the goal kick. Doesn't want to play it short. Gets the warning, though, about that possible time wasting. Plays it into the center circle. Lester battling for it with White. Able to knock it out wide, but Jay White recovers. Up the left side, Benjamin. Trying to dribble inside. It's going to be a throw. Benjamin wasn't able to walk the tightrope on the far side on the touchline. 68th minute, UMA with the throw. They have the lead. Timaj Lester followed up on his own rebound off the post. Here comes UMA looking for a second. Holstrom through the middle, goes down, draws the free kick. Good look here for UMA, 25 yards from goal. Trip Holstrom and Sungjun Park. Holstrom's going to leave this one. Looks like Park is going to claim it. Almost even with the post on the near side to us. Four-man wall for Rovers. Park could try to go over the wall. Valdivinos is taking up the other side of the goal. Sungjun Park takes a deep breath, approaches into the wall, runs down the rebound, pops it into the 18. Clearing ball deflected off of Park. Throw Rovers. Kaitan heads it back to Valdivinos. Rolled out short to Van Buskirk. Over to White. Behind Van Buskirk, given away. Holstrom can't connect with Lester. That's intercepted. Here comes Rovers. Rockamora back to White. Mateus steps forward into the attack after his interception. White over to the far side, or over to the near side. It's Sebastian Lopez who's come into the match. Kaitan under pressure from Holstrom. Too much pressure. Foul called. Montero left the match for Rovers, replaced by Lopez. One Sebastian for another. Free kick in the middle third. 71st minute. Bear with us with our technical difficulties as we try to finish the second half out here at Terra Stadium. Rovers trying to find an equalizer. Down the left now. Benjamin. Shielded away by Bolding. Matt Bolding has put in a man of the match kind of performance at right back. Goal kick played short. Shin. Loose touch from Worrell. But he finds the second ball. Rockamora trips him up. Yellow card to Gregorio Rockamora. Just late there. It's a 50-50 ball. Nothing wrong with that one from Rockamora. He's just late, and you have to call the foul. And in that sequence where it could have been a break for UMA, it's going to be a yellow card. Rovers will make another substitution. Worrell stays down after that tackle from Rockamora. He's back to his feet now. 72nd minute. 1-0 UMA. Upset brewing here in Jonesboro. Free kick, DJ Shin. High line from Rovers. Shin drives it into the 18. That's a good ball from Shin. Flicked on. Goal, goal, goal. What a goal from UMA. The ball from Shin was perfect. It's a high line for Rovers, and Sungjun Park timed it to perfection. Shin with a dime into the 18, and the flick from Park. 2-0 UMA. Look at this ball from DJ Shin. Drives it through. Sungjun Park just with the outside of the left foot flick. What a goal from UMA, and they take the 2-0 lead. Substitutions for both teams. Bilal Ahmed is into the match for Rovers. Yuri Kim is into the match for UMA. It's UMA with the 2-0 lead. They've scored 2 in each of their last 3 games now, UMA. But maybe the bigger surprise today has been that they're keeping the clean sheet on Rovers. Worrell, or Holstrom. It's deflected. Pass intercepted by Shin. I feel like I've said that one a lot today. Sungjun Park. Bolding. Robinson. Back to Bolding. Inside to Worrell. He gets to it. No foul. Worrell got there first. Down the right side. Caleb Robinson into the 18. With the cross. Back post. Yuri Kim runs it down. Pass back inside. Holstrom squares it. Lester takes Kaitan out. He's on a yellow. That's going to be a second yellow. Lester was already on a yellow in the first half. Lester wanted a foul earlier in that sequence, didn't get it. Unless I'm mistaken, Lester had a yellow in the first half. Paperwork being done here. Maybe not. Would not be the first time that I've been mistaken, but I thought Timaj Lester had a yellow card in that first half. He's still on the pitch after that very late challenge on Rob Kaitan. Rovers free kick played into the attacking half. Down 2-0. Bilal Ahmed first attempt knocked out for a throw. Ahmed. Rockamora, 30 yards from goal. Squares it over to Lopez. Chipped in, back post. Header, wide. Marcos Alekbash unable to get that header on frame. Ethan Jew started to go for it, held his ground. Go back to that sequence. Sebastian Lopez, just outside of 30 yards, put in a good ball to the back post. Jew got caught a little bit in no man's land there. Started to go. Was stranded just a bit, but Marcos Alekbash could not get that one on frame. DJ Shin over to the left to Encinas. Clayton Encinas bends one down the left side. It stays in. No, it doesn't. It crosses the line. Oh, the flag's up on the far side. It actually stayed in. That was the most impressive element of that. I was watching to see if that curler from Encinas would stay inside the touchline. But Trip Holstrom had started his run too early. Van Buskirk, Akinyi James. James drifting to the right on the dribble. Double teamed. Cuts it back past one. Rockamora. Yuri Kim chasing. Van Buskirk. Lopez. Lopez. Cross all the way through. Goal kick. Took a deflection. It's going to be a corner. The slightest of deflections, it's going to be a corner. Don't know if we'll be able to tell that from here as Lopez took it down the line, put in the cross, maybe off the head there of Shin. Quick corner. Ahmed over the bar. Goal kick. 77th minute, UMA with the 2-goal lead over Atlanta Rovers. You never know what can happen here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. This would be a big upset early in the season. UMA taking their time on these wayward opportunities to bring the ball back into play on goal kicks. I think Rovers might be scrambling some ball kids / players who've been substituted to try to speed things up. Taken away by White. Rovers have time to get back into this. White to James. Tackled away. Falls back to White. Slips it into the 18. Nobody home. Ethan Jew will wait to pick it up, and now he does. Kenny James, Jay White nearly picked the lock that time. Punt from Ethan Jew. Long down the middle. Flicked on. Opportunity here. Cut back. White intercepts. Trip Holston with a heavy landing after Kaitan kind of low-bridged him. Rockamora under pressure from Holstrom. Back to Mateus, given away. Caleb Robinson out wide to the right, intercepted. Van Buskirk. Forward to Bilal Ahmed. Cuts inside. Rockamora. Back to Van Buskirk. Long down the right side. Chested down by DJ Shin. Under pressure. Rides it off. Yuri Kim gives it away. Van Buskirk. Forward. Alibaksh. Alibaksh down the left side. Another sliding challenge from Bolding. That's the 4th one of the day. Andy earns the throw. Matt Bolding. UMA's right back. Doesn't mind going to ground on the slide tackle. He's timed all 4 of them correctly this afternoon. Earns the throw. Bolding up the line. White intercepts. Headed forward. Opportunity here for Rovers if they can find a handle. James is there. Able to be cleared by Heinert. James. Shot volleyed wide. Blocked though, so it's going to be a corner for Rovers. Throwing everybody forward now as we cross into the 80th minute. It's going to be a corner on the far side for Rovers, down by 2. 10 minutes and some change left in this one. In-swinger from Van Buskirk. Near post. Cleared by Shin. Lopez, top of the 18. Has to spin back to the right. Drops it back. Yuri Kim there to defend. Popped up the right side. Rockamora. Back to Araujo Perez. Right-footed cross. Back post. Headed on. And in. Goal, goal, goal. Rovers cut the lead in half. Goal stands. It's Renny Mateos with the header. Great service from the near side by Araujo Perez. Mateos off the inside of the post and in. 2-1. UMA trying to hold on here. Mateos with the goal. Araujo Perez with the assist. And there is a lot of time left for Rovers to manufacture a comeback. UMA kick off. They try to go for the goal from the center circle. It's going to be a goal kick for Rovers instead. Goal kick was not taken where it needed to be, so that's wasting Rovers' time. Now they do it correctly. Valdivinos. Gaitan. Mateos, the goal scorer. Looking for James. Brings it down. James spins back inside. Rides off the challenge from Yuri Kim. McKinney James. Showing that speed on the dribble. Drops it back. Almost given away. Rovers keep it. Lopez. Lopez splits 2 defenders. Rockamora down the line. Araujo Perez. Knocked away. Brody Worrell. The big defensive play. Throw Rovers. Sebastian Lopez. Hurls this one to the back post. Headed down. UMA can clear. Robinson's actually blocked by Van Buskirk. Alibaksh runs it down in the 18. Rovers keep it alive. Van Buskirk. Alibaksh. Back to Ahmed. Cutting inside. Squares it. Araujo Lopez. Still on it. Cleared eventually by UMA. Lester's going to get to it. What a sliding challenge from Kaitan. Thought he caught Lester, no foul. Lester goes down the second time after he's fouled by Lopez. Risky one from Rob Kaitan. Boot was high, but he got to the ball and didn't catch Lester. So we see this one again, Timaj Lester. That right boot went high from Kaitan. I thought he was going to catch him, but he didn't. Lester drew the foul the second time around. Off the free kick, UMA turn it over, though. 84th minute. Jay White will bring us back into play on the far side. Thrown into Van Buskirk. Bilal Ahmed. Spins inside. Mateus looking for a Kenny James. James gets to it, wants to turn the corner, does. A Kenny James into the 18. Heyman gets there to clear. Corner, Rovers. Joel Heyman helping Bolding that time. A Kenny James was able to spin that one back inside on the dribble. Heyman has to concede the corner. In-swinger, back post. Ali Box heads it on. Ethan Jew at the save. Worrell able to clear. Lester can't keep it. Kaitan knocked it forward. Encinas trying to find it. Jay White and Lester both go down. It's going to be a foul on White. Free kick UMA. They take it quickly. Yuri Kim can't get to it, though. Kaitan, good positioning to drop back. 85th minute. Rovers getting numbers forward now. Bilal Ahmed. Down the left side, cutting inside. Back out to the wing. Ali Baksh goes down acrobatically, nothing there. Worrell out wide to the right. Yuri Kim trying to find Lester, nothing there. Rovers back into the attacking half. James spins to the right, back to the left. James on the dribble into the 18, just too many defenders there for UMA. Bolding clears. It's back to Ahmed. Worrell slams it back into midfield. Sebastian Lopez brings it down. Ahmed, Van Buskirk, Jay White. Looking for James. Bolding will get there and shield it out for a goal kick. Go back to that last sequence. The save from Ethan Jew at that near post. Able to scramble back across and push it wide. Right now, that's the biggest play of the day. Substitutions here for both teams. UMA, Lucas Kim into the match. For Rovers, it's Christopher Ariano. Goal kick played long. 87th minute. Trip Holstrom. Now wide to Bolding. Sungjun Kim. Right now he has the match-winning goal. Bolding under pressure from Ahmed. Able to get past the challenge. Plays it up the line. Holstrom. 3v3 for UMA. Holstrom into the 18. Cuts it back. Good defensive play from Jorge Valdovinos. Cut off that cross. Quick throw to Adriano. Rovers trying to find the equalizer. Ali Baksh. Ahmed. James gets to it. Bolding misses on a sliding tackle that time. He's back to defend. James goes past him. James. Arujo Perez. Big save from Ethan Jew once again. What a flick from a Kenny James. Arujo Perez danced in the 18 to find some space with his left foot. And Ethan Jew with another point-blank save. Long punt down the left. Lester chasing, runs into the back of Mateus. Mateus knocks it into the 6-yard box. Valdovinos almost trips over it. Able to find Van Buskirk. Overhead flick into the center circle. Here comes Rovers quickly. 89th minute. Ali Baksh. Ahmed. 25 yards from goal. 20 yards from goal. Into the 18 for Jay White. But Ethan Jew gets to it. Joel Heyman was able to just get into the pathway of Jay White as he's making that run into the 18. They shake hands. They both know exactly how that play went. If Heyman doesn't take that step into that path, Jay White might have gotten on the end of it. Kaitan, good flick inside. Mateos can't control it, though. Lester didn't find the handle. Lopez switches it to Ahmed. Back to Jay White. Down the line. Bilal Ahmed gets around, puts in the cross, flicked onto the back post. Shot blocked. Adriano didn't connect. Adriano's cross blocked, corner, Rovers, 90th minute. There will be a decent bit of stoppage time, I would assume. Outswinging corner. Adriano to deliver. Low, deflected, cleared. Follow-up, blocked. Holstrom with the block. Brought down by Van Buskirk. Pass intercepted. It's not cleared, though. Arujo Perez and Ethan Jew scrambles across. Doesn't get the touch. It's going to be a goal kick. Great awareness from Ethan Jew to pull the arm back once he realized he had it covered. Go back to that last sequence. UMA just couldn't get it clear. Arujo Perez kept fighting for it. And Ethan Jew pulled the left arm back once he realized that was going wide. Played into the attacking half. We're into stoppage time now. Have not seen an indication. That's the question that's being asked down at midfield. It's going to be a substitution for UMA as well. But Rovers trying to get forward. They've got some time to work with. Ahmed fakes the cross, brings it down, drops it back. Ali Baksh, back post. Ethan Jew goes up to claim it. Hasn't had a whole lot to do for the first 75 minutes or so, Ethan Jew. But a series of saves and catches on that cross, keeping UMA in the lead. Long punt just to flip the field. Kaitan will have to run it down. 3 minutes of stoppage time indicated. We got more than that indication in the first half. We'll see what happens here. Less than 2 to go of what's been shown. Pass intercepted. Holstrom. Claimed from behind by Ali Baksh. Through ball attempt comes off of Encinas. Arujo Perez cuts inside. Through ball into the 18. Tackled away from Mateus. Thought he had it. What a great defensive play by Brody Worrell. Quick corner, blocked, another corner. 80 seconds or so of stoppage time left. Adriano is going to leave this one for Arujo Perez. Low delivery, blocked at the near post. Arujo Perez will bring this down. Pops it into the 18, back post. Player goes down in the 18, and a penalty is given. Rovers will have a penalty. Arujo Perez just popped it into the 18, hoping something good would come of it. And Sebastian Lopez felt the contact in the back, went down, earned the penalty. And Renny Mateos will look for his second goal, which would level it. Mateos thought he was in clean just a minute or so ago. Worrell tackled it away. UMA couldn't clear the corners. And Mateos from the spot. Ethan Jew in goal. Mateos. Goal, goal, goal. Atlanta Rovers find the equalizer very, very late. 2-2. Renny Mateos with the short steps puts it into a spot in the side netting that no goalkeeper's getting to. And UMA had the 2-0 lead. It's back to 2-2. 2 goals from the center back, from the captain, Renny Mateos. UMA brings on Wilmer Gonzalez Lopez. We're past the 3 minutes that were indicated. We'll see how much time Altanju, our referee, adds back. Rovers, if they want to find a winner, they got to go. Worrell steps forward, gets ahead to it. Played back to Encinas, knocked away by Lopez. Sebastian Lopez drew the penalty. Encinas with the throw. Trip Holstrom battling for it, earns another throw. And that will do it. What a match today in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Atlanta Rovers came in unbeaten. They will leave unbeaten, but they had to fight for it to get a draw today against UMA, who earned their first point of the season. Goals from Timaj Lester for UMA, and then Sungjun Park thought he had the cushion at that point to make it 2-0. Renny Mateos with a header to cut it to 2-1, and then a stoppage time penalty earned by Sebastian Lopez, put home by Renny Mateos, and we finish 2-2 here at Terrace Stadium today. Thanks for hanging out with us on the ASMG YouTube channel. Plenty more UPSL Georgia coming for you the rest of this season, the rest of the weekend. There's still more games to play. Make sure you keep up with everything. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get all the latest notifications of match broadcasts. I'll be back with you later this season. I'm Jason Longshore, signing off from Jonesboro. Rovers 2, UMA 2.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.